Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Clarins Everlasting Foundation. This is because in my last foundation review, I did review the Body Shop foundation, and I'll link it here if you want to see that. And you guys really liked that video, and I asked for any other recommendations that you had for me. And shout out to Savannah because she asked me to try out Clarins foundation, so I'm testing that out today. So as you can see, it is on my skin right now. And just as a side note, if you would like to know the rest of the products that are on my face, because I kind of skipped through the rest of my makeup because I want the focus to be on the foundation. So if you want to know any of the products that I have on my face, I will put them in the description box down below. So with that being said, let's just get right into this video. Okay, so all I've done at this point is I filled in my brows because I think my face looks weird without them filled in, especially with makeup and stuff on. And then I just primed my face with the Body Shop Insta Blur All-in-One primer. Now onto the foundation. This is the Clarins Everlasting Foundation with SPF 15, and I have the shade 112.5. And it's still in the box, so I really haven't tested this out. I did try and take a color sample home just so I could swatch it on my body and see. I'm not 100% sure if the shade is right for me, but it was the closest that I could find. So the bottle is really beautiful. It's got this glass. It's a glass frosted bottle, so maybe not the best for traveling, but you could always decant it into something else. So it definitely feels like a luxurious product, and the cap is this frosted matte gold kind of color, and it has, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got this tiny little indentation in the lid with a C in it. So it feels amazing, and I got the shade 112.5. I think it's caramel, like I said. This shade is somewhere in the middle, so it's got quite a decent, most of the time, especially with affordable foundations, I'm like somewhere near the end because a lot of brands don't really cater for a wider shade range. This one has 17 different shades and I'm somewhere in the middle, so it's a pretty good shade range, and it retails for 475 Rand per bottle, and this one has 13 milliliters in it. So same kind of amount as most affordable foundations, but hopefully this will feel much better on my skin. So I decided to go for a matte foundation just because a lot of foundations that I have are quite natural finishes, and I think a good test for a foundation is how long one of their everlasting, I wanted to see how everlasting this everlasting foundation was. So this claims to be an 18-hour foundation with long-lasting coverage and comfort. It gives you a flawless and even complexion, covers dark spots, redness, imperfections, and this says it's enriched with organic quinoa extract for supple, comfortable skin. So they're basically saying your skin will be matte and flawless throughout the day and you won't look cakey at the end of it. This also says it has a matte finish with full coverage and it's for all skin types, and it is also oil-free. So enough jabbering on, and let's just apply this to my face. So I'm just going to apply this the way that I always apply my foundations and the same way that I applied my foundation the last time. And this is just to squeeze it out onto the brush. Okay, let's see how far we get with one pump. Oh my gosh, the scent is so nice. It smells like, I think this is how the other foundations smell as well. It kind of smells familiar, but it's a slightly fragrant scent. It's not sweet, and it's definitely not minty like the Body Shop one was. It's just a really like pleasant scent. It kind of smells like skincare in a way. Okay, so that is one pump. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but it is about one shade too light, but I did try and get a sample of the one that was darker than this, and it was way too dark for my skin. So hopefully you guys will be able to find your shade in this. And with one pump, I get about a medium coverage with this. It definitely doesn't give me a full coverage with one pump, but that's kind of to be expected. So let's go in with another one and we can see what kind of coverage we get from that. And now I'm just going in with my beauty blender, the same way that I always apply my foundations, and just lightly tap over the top of that. Okay, so that is the foundation applied. I will definitely say this is a full coverage foundation. So with one pump, you kind of get a medium. With two pumps, you definitely get a full coverage. So for nights out or something where you really want a flawless base, this is definitely something that you would like. I wouldn't say this is completely matte. I get a really oily T-zone, so in those areas it's looking a little bit glowy, but on other areas on my face it is looking matte, but that is the case with almost every foundation that I wear. So I'll just zoom you guys in so you can see my skin properly. I can see myself grabbing this foundation on days where I really want my makeup to last, but not really my face to look like I don't have anything on my skin. So it's a full coverage foundation. If that's something that you want, then this is something that I think is worth trying out if you can find your shade. I really like the scent of it. It definitely feels matte on my skin. It doesn't feel tacky at all. So now I will just apply the rest of my makeup and I will check in back with you once I'm done. Okay, now my makeup is fully on my face and I can give you my final thoughts. So I really like this foundation. I think for a night out it is perfect, or for an event or something where you want your face, like I said, to look perfected. I think it just gives you an airbrush kind of look to your skin and it just gives you a really, really nice base to work with. It definitely dries down matte. Like, I think initially when you apply it, obviously it's a wet product, so it's gonna feel a little bit more moist. Hopefully you don't hate that word, but just because it's a liquid product, like you guys know what I'm talking about, like it dries down really matte and it feels like velvety soft on my skin. I really like how the products apply on foundation, because the less wet a product is, the easier it is for powders and stuff to set on top of it. My face doesn't feel cakey, it feels like a very light formula. The Body Shop one did definitely dry down matte and it was a better shade for me, but this one feels lighter on my skin, which I really, really appreciate. So like I said, it isn't the perfect shade for me, but I can kind of cheat it a little bit with bronzers, and if a foundation's a bit too dark for you, then you could always cheat it with concealer. So there are ways and means to work around foundations that aren't the perfect shade for you. There are also shade adjusting drops, and I know the Body Shop has those. So that's something that you could work with if you really like this foundation. If you go to any Woolworths or Clarins counter, more likely than not, they'll give you a sample if they have that shade in stock. They'll give you a sample in a little pot that you can go and test out. I just used it to test out the shades on my chest, so I didn't actually get a feel for the foundation, just in case you were wondering. But as per usual, I will wear this on my face throughout the day. It is now a little early in the afternoon, so it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. So I'm just gonna wear this on my face for the rest of the day, and I will let you guys know my final thoughts, like when I see oil peeking through, or if I see the foundation fading or gathering around my nose, if I see any cakiness, that kind of thing. I will leave it all in the comment section down below, so don't forget to check that out if you would like to know more. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you did, don't forget to give it a like, share this video, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of me. I would love to have you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!